Thank you, Rena. Wildfires destroying at least 10 homes in Louisiana's Sabine Parish yesterday. Officials warning that weather conditions may cause additional flare-ups through the week. The Parish Sheriff's Office reported an estimated 2,100 acres of land had burned, while 10 homes, 8 structures, and some vehicles even were destroyed. You can see crews trying to contain that fire that officials say was possibly caused by a spark from a utility pole.
All right, time now for a full look at the weather forecast.
All right, Nate, let's hear more about it all. What can we expect for the rest of the week?
Well, we're kind of copying and pasting the forecast from today to tomorrow. Guys, we've got more monsoon moisture moving up. Not going to be a washout of the entire day. In fact, there was a chance for Keith Vaught to get out and hike in Kolob Canyon, a portion of Zion Canyon. Beautiful conditions. He says this was just before a pretty intense thunderstorm rolled through. So, of course, if you are making plans to be out recreating, have a plan to stay on higher ground and avoid those low-lying areas, slot canyons with your hikes where we could have some flash flooding. It's probable, in fact, for tomorrow. Beautiful end of the day across the Wasatch Front. We had some clouds, even a few stray showers and storms across some of the southern tier of the Wasatch Front. Utah County seeing a little bit of action, but Scott Taylor capturing this postcard perfect picture there. Satellite and radar showing the moisture surging up from the southeast thanks to the area of low pressure to the southwest of us. It's just off the Pacific coastline, and a ridge of high pressure to the east of us. Those two mechanisms, of course, help funneling up that monsoon flow, and looks pretty impressive, although storms are dying down now that the sun's gone down. But we have quite a bit of moisture in place, and so that's what we're going to be playing with for tomorrow, for Wednesday. Precipitation totals, the western Uintas had a good amount of rain picked up today. 0.8 of an inch there. Beaver had almost 0.6 of an inch. So heavy rains there. Richfield, 3,300ths. Bryan Head, over 1/4 of an inch fell there. In Zion Canyon, at least where the weather station was, 2,100ths of an inch. We did have a flash flood warning, though, for portions of the southern and eastern portion of Zion National Park, so we know some areas saw more than that. Tomorrow's setup, similar to what we saw today, we're going to continue to see increasing moisture from the south. Tomorrow's focus could be a little bit more on the central and eastern part of the state. In fact, Futurecast showing the clouds are going to hang on overnight. We'll see mild temperatures, above average lows for overnight, and then storms flare up again tomorrow afternoon. This is about 3 o'clock. Notice the western Uintas, or the Uinta Mountains in general. Some of the Wasatch Mountains, I think south of I-80, could see some isolated storms. Utah County could get in on some of the action again tomorrow, but most models are keeping drier air in place from about Salt Lake County northward, as a northwest flow still in place tomorrow until that weekends on Thursday, and we should start to see a better chance of an isolated storm on Thursday, and that pattern will continue into Friday and the weekend and even beyond. So the wet weather potential increasing some on Thursday, just a slight chance. Could see some isolated storms on Friday. Another surge from a storm system, a tropical cyclone that's going to be weakening and dissipating, could be swept up into our area again into next week. In fact, models really getting excited about some of the moisture potential for southwestern Utah. St. George, this is a 7-day rain total forecast showing it could pick up almost 2 inches of moisture in some of southern Utah. So the main focus being our southwest mountain areas in the state. So flash flood potential for Wednesday, probable for all of our recreational areas, as we mentioned. So not a good day to be hiking in those lower slot canyons. Wednesday's highs, similar to what we saw today. We were hit 97 today, should be about 96 in Salt Lake tomorrow, about 101 in St. George. 90 for Kanab. St. George looking at 101 again on Thursday. Isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms, most numerous across the mountain areas. We keep the moisture in place through the end of the week, the weekend as well. Look at the temperature drop. A trough of low pressure from the northwest should help cool our temperatures off significantly to just the low 80s by Sunday, rebounding to 87 Monday, so feeling a little bit more like fall towards the end of the week. Wasatch Front also dealing with the temperatures sliding into the weekend. We're hot again today or tomorrow and on Thursday. Slight chance of moisture, 89 on Saturday. Best chance of storms will be starting Friday, I think, and into the weekend, with increasing moisture into Monday next week. Temperatures falling as well. 84 on Sunday. That sounds pretty sweet. And then 85 on Monday before temperatures start to climb again next week. But a nice little cool down on the way.
I like it.
We are enjoying these little
No rain
breaks.
on Friday night, though. High school football. No.
No light lightning. We can
No
handle some rain.
lightning.
No lightning.
All right.
Okay.
It's kind of fun to play football in the rain.
It's not fun to shoot it in the rain. when
that's-
you're out
They don't
there
care
covering
about
it.
you.
They really don't care.
Oh, I care.
Only Emily cares about me.
The players just want to be on the field. and
That's
play.
right. Hey, we had a true legend here today in the studio, Travis Pastrana. He drops by to talk about the big Nitro Cross event coming to Utah. Plus, how much concern should Utah fans over the health of their quarterback?